Good day, everyone. We are go. So for balik na. Dahil na. Dahil na. So good day, everyone. We are the presenters for group number three. So for today, I have invited four experts to speak about the four topics related to healthy eating habits. So everyone, before we start, please type in the chat box. Before we start, everyone, please type in the chat box help if you're willing to participate of our presentation. So okay, since everyone is good, let's not waste some time. To begin with, we have some questions for you. The first question, what comes to your mind when you hear the word healthy eating habits? Can we have any representative from group? What comes to your mind when you hear the words healthy eating habits? Thank you for your participation. What do you mean by healthy eating habits? So, eating healthy includes following healthy eating pattern that includes variety of nutritious food and drinks. It also means getting healthy calories that is right for you, not eating too much or too little. This presentation, we will be tackling about four major topics. First, we will tackling about what is diet, and the next one, examples of diet or types of diet. Third one is cut. The third one is what is nutritional guide pyramid, and lastly is the healthy eating guidelines. In all the topics, I have invited four guest speakers who are experts about health and nutrition. So let's fasten our seatbelt as we welcome our very first speaker, Mr. John Darrell Doctora.
Thank you so much, Mr. Durango, for trusting my capabilities to share my knowledge about what is diet. And now, let us define first what is diet and its background.
In nutrition, diet is the sum of food consumed by a person or other organisms. The word diet often implies the use of specific intake of nutrition for health or weight management reasons. Although humans are omnivores, each culture and each person holds some food preferences or some food tables. Another implication, diet is a regimen of eating and drinking sparingly so as to reduce one's weight going on a diet. Oh, thank you for having me and a quick reminder. Before starting any diet, you should consult a doctor, a professional, or you should research on reliable sites for more effective results.
So, thank you so much for that wonderful insight, Mr. Doctora. At this point, we will be tackling about the types and examples of diet. So, please welcome our next speaker, Miss Crystal Miles Kumahi.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Durango. I am glad that I'll be able to share some of the examples and types of diet that I have learned, and you can use this as a basis if you are ever starting or thinking about starting a diet anytime soon. So, to formally start everything, I'd like to ask everyone to please type Y in the chat box to see if you are still with us today. So, thank you so much, everyone. Now let's start with number one. We have paleo diet. The paleo diet emphasizes whole foods but bans grains, and dairy. The health benefits includes weight loss. So how does the paleo diet works exactly? The paleo diet emphasizes whole foods, lean protein, vegetable fruits, and seeds, while discouraging processed foods, sugar, and dairy and other grains. Other benefits includes that the diet seems effective at reducing the risk factor for heart diseases such as cholesterol, blood sugar, blood triglycerides, and blood pressure. The downside of the paleo diet is that um, the paleo diet completely eliminates whole grains, legumes, and dairy, which are healthy and nutritious foods. Next, we have the vegan diet. The vegan diet excludes all animal products. They may cause weight loss due to lower calorie intake while reducing your risk for several diseases. So, how does the vegan diet work? Veganism is the strictest form of vegetarianism. Veganism is solely plant based. The benefit of veganism is that plant-based diets are linked to reduce risk of heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, and premature death. Limiting processed meats may also reduce your risk for Alzheimer's disease and dying from heart disease or cancer. The downside is that because vegan diets eliminate animal food completely, they may be low on several nutrients including vitamin B12, vitamin D, iodine, iron, calcium, zinc, and omega 3 fatty acids. Next, we have the ketogenic diet has been used for decades. It is before it was used as a treatment for epilepsy. It is also being explored for other uses. It involves reducing carbohydrate intake and upping fat intake. It sounds contrary to common sense, but it allows the body to burn fat as fuel rather than carbohydrates. Now we have the ultra low fat diet. The ultra low fat diet contains less than 10% of its calories from fat. It can cause significant weight loss, and it may also have impressive benefits for type 2 diabetes and multiple sclerosis. So the ultra low fat diet contains 10% fewer calories from fat. The diet is mostly plant based and has limited intake of animal products. Other benefits and the studies suggest that ultra low fat diets can improve several risk factors for heart diseases, including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and markers of inflammation. The downside is that the fat restriction may cause long term problems such as fat plays many important roles in our body. These include helping build cell membranes and hormones, as well as helping your body absorb fat soluble vitamins. Next, we have the Atkins diet. The Atkins diet is a low carb weight loss diet. It is effective for weight loss, but also has other benefits for many other disease factors. How does it work? The Atkins diet is split into four phases. It starts with an induction phase, during which you eat under 20 grams of carbs per day for 2 weeks. The other phases involve slowly reintroducing healthy carbs back into your diet as you approach your goal weight. Numerous studies show that low carbs diet like the Atkins diet may reduce risk factors for disease, including blood triglycerides, cholesterol, blood sugar, insulin, and blood pressure. The downside is that, as do many other very low carb diets, the Atkins diet it is safe, healthy for most people, but may cause problems in rare cases. Next, we have the HCG diet. The HCG diet is a rapid weight loss diet. The diet is split into three phases. During the first phase, you will be taking HGC. So, aside from weight loss, there are no documented benefits of the HGC diet. This is purely experimental, so I do not recommend it. Like most other ultra low calorie diet, the HGC diet may also cause muscle loss, which results in a reduced ability to burn calories. Next, we have the low carb diet. The low carb diets severely limit carb intake and push your body to use fat for fuel and are linked into many other health benefits. The low carb diets emphasize unlimited amounts of protein and fat while severely limiting reduction in calorie intake. Furthermore, low carb diets may benefit many major risk factors such as blood triglyceride, blood sugar levels, insulin levels, and blood pressure. The downside is that low carb diets do not suit everyone. Some feel great on them, while others may feel miserable and may experience an increase in bad LDL cholesterol. And now we have the zone diet. The zone diet is a low GI diet. Studies on its weight loss benefits are inconsistent, but the diet improves health markers and reduces your risk of heart diseases. How does it work? The zone diet recommends balancing each meal with 1/3 protein, 2/3 colorful fruits, dash of fat, namely non-saturated oils such as olive oil, avocado, or almonds. Also limits high GI carbs such as bananas, rice, and potatoes. The benefits includes that the diet is a reduction in risk factors for heart disease, cholesterol, and triglycerides. Next, we have intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting lets your body cycle between fasting and eating. It is very effective for weight loss to numerous health benefits. So, intermittent fasting is commonly used for weight loss because it leads to relatively easy restriction. Other benefits includes that intermittent fasting may reduce markers of inflammation, cholesterol levels, and blood triglycerides. So the bottom line is that there is no perfect weight loss diet. Different diets works for different people, and you should pick one that suits your lifestyle and your taste. The best diet for you is the one that you can stick with for the long term. Out of the 9 diets that I have mentioned, whichever you would try among all of them, I suggest that you would consult an expert first. Always do your research first, and I hope that you have learned something from me, and thank you.
So thank you, Miss Kumahig. So this is another opportunity to ask you some questions about what our guest speaker said earlier. She said that she has given 9 examples of diet. Which one would you like, and which one would you mostly like to try? Explain why you're choosing that diet. Anyone from Group 4? Thank you so much for that wonderful participation.
Now, please welcome our next speaker and nutrition expert, Mr. Alvin Jake Galanzaga. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, Mr. Durango. I am very glad to be here, so thank you for having me. It is my honor and privilege to be part of his talk, Healthy Eating Habits. I am very grateful right now to share my thoughts and give knowledge to everyone, especially about the Nutritional Guide Pyramid. Yes, Nutritional Guide Pyramid. That's what you heard. We will talk the Nutritional Guide Pyramid. Maybe a lot of you right now questioning what it is, how important it is, or how it relates to healthy eating habits. So to enlighten us, let's begin by defining what is the Nutritional Guide Pyramid all about. The Food Guide Pyramid shows the types and serving sizes from the foods we should eat every day to stay healthy. Foods are placed in a pyramid in a way that shows how important they are to our health. So meaning, a nutritional guide pyramid is a representation of the optimal numbers of serving to be eaten each day from each of the basic food groups. It plays an important role in the health, where it shows how much of what you eat overall should come from each shelf to achieve a healthy, balanced diet. So I have here to present to all of you the nutritional guide pyramid. At what we see in the pyramid, it has a group foods from the top to the bottom of the pyramid. The pyramid Tao tells that we should eat more of the foods at the base than foods at the top. So let's start from the base. It shows there that we need 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, pasta group for each day. Because bread, cereal, rice, and pasta are good for us. They are important sources of vitamins and minerals. And also bread, cereals, rice, and pasta are also good sources of carbohydrates. So next, let's move to the vegetable group. It shows there that we need 3 to 5 servings. So like the vegetable group, it includes dark green vegetables, red and orange vegetables, starchy vegetables, and legumes or beans and peas. So we all know that we need vegetables in our body. So this group is really good for our health. So next is fruit groups. It needs 2 to 4 servings. Fruit is good in our health where it contains a lot of vitamins and fiber. A diet high in fruit can help to protect us in any disease. So now let's move to the next group, which are milk, yogurt, and cheese group. It needs 2 to 3 servings. So if you don't know, the milk, cheese, and yogurt group provide protein, calcium, and vitamin D, which are all needed for strong bones, teeth, and muscles that really great impact our health. The next, the meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, eggs, nuts group. It requires 2 to 3 servings. So these groups are great sources of protein. They also provide lots of other nutrients in our body needs like iodine, iron, zinc, vitamins, especially B12, and essential fatty acids. So it's a good idea to eat meat and poultry every week as part of our balanced diet. Then the last is fat, oil, and sweets I need to use sparingly. So the foods on the top of the food pyramid should be eaten less because they provide calories but not much in the way of nutrients. So that's all. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to have and share my insight. But before I end this, I just want to ask any of you, from now on, will or will not follow the food guide pyramid? Please type in our chat box if yes or no. So that's it. Thank you guys. Bottom line, the food guide pyramid is our guide. It is purely your choice whether or not to follow it. But if you want to start to have a healthy lifestyle, you should for better effects. So thank you so much for having me, Mr. Durango.
So that is the nutritional food pyramid. Thank you, Mr. Galenzoga, for sharing your insights. So now, let us all welcome Mr. Alan Michael Comedia to discuss about healthy eating guidelines.
Thank you, Mr. Durango. So, before I start my discussion, kindly type yes in the chat box to check if you are still listening. Thank you. Okay, so let's start. We have the healthy eating guidelines. Plate Power 10 tips for healthy eating. First, choose good carbs, not no carbs. Whole grains are your best bet. For example, for these carbs like bread, rice, and many more. Second, pay attention to the protein package like fish, poultry, nuts, and beans are the best choices. Third, choose foods with healthy fats, limit foods with high in saturated fat, and avoid foods with trans fat. Plant oils, nuts, and fish are the healthy sources. Fourth, choose a fiber-filled diet rich in whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. Fifth, eat more vegetables and fruits. Go for color and variety, like dark green, yellow, orange, and red. 6. Calcium is important, but milk isn't the only, or even best source. Water is the best to quench your thirst. Skip the sugary drinks and go easy on the milk and juice. Eating less salt is good for everyone's health. Choose more fresh foods and fewer processed foods. Moderate drinking can be healthy, but not for everyone. You must weigh the benefits and rest. 10. A daily multivitamins is the great nutrition insurance policy. Some extra vitamin D may add an extra healthy boost. Thank you, Mr. Durango, for having me. I hope that all of you learned something from me today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful discussion, Mr. Comedia. For the last question, among the four major topics about the healthy eating habits, what is the more applicable for you? So thank you so much for listening, everyone, about our discussion for today. So I hope you like it and more power. Wow.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.